Hey guys, and welcome to another Polymer Clay tutorial. Today we are going to create the legendary skin Drift from Fortnite. I'm so excited about today's tutorial. I will not only show you how I created the Drift skin, one of the most requested characters I ever created, but I will also tell you the 5 things you did not know about Drift, the Drift character from Fortnite, because, well, let's face it, Epic Games doesn't share a lot of information. There's this one sentence: journey into the unknown and find your way to victory. Guys, this is boring. I mean, you're spending and creating such great characters which really look amazing, and then you don't really care about the stories behind. And this is what we have to take care of. Let's jump into the 5 facts you did not know about Drift. Spoiler ahead, it is pretty late and I'm talking nonsense again. But fact number 1. Born... first I should introduce the guy. He's called Pete, the guy behind the mask. He was born and raised in Brooklyn. Pete was the youngest of 3 brothers, no father, but one mother. She was never at home. And one family cat, his best friend. Pete was always the troublemaker of the family. He was kicked out of school because he destroyed some tables by building a tower just for fun. The power tower. His brothers, the older one was an origami champion in Europe, and the middle one was a professional cheese taste tester. So, this was fact number 1. Now you got all the family background information to feel familiar while playing with this Pete skin. Yeah, from now on, let's not say Drift, let's call him Pete, because this is his name. Okay, meanwhile we almost finished the creation, but we made some progress. I started, as always, with a skeleton with aluminum wire. It is the same technique I also used for the Ragnarok tutorial last week. This one is not that detailed, but it is also very difficult to create because you have all the fur, the fabrics, the clothing. And this was the most difficult part to create, especially the rope afterwards. And this hood from the hoodie was also a bit tricky. Time to share fact number 2 about the Drift skin. Pete got his first tattoo when he was just 14 years old, over the whole back. And it is a line from a song from Bob Dylan, flashing for the warriors whose strength is not to fight, flashing for the refugees on the unarmed road of light. True story. Okay, this one was lame, so I share fact number 3. After we finished the shoes, I somehow felt that the shoes were the most important thing to create for this character, because it is the first thing you notice. These shiny golden sneakers he's wearing under the coat, and I really tried to get them as exactly as they are in the original 3D model version in the game. And it was difficult to create, but well, you get there. You just have to create different layers with clay. For example, the toe cap, is it called toe cap, in black, and also these side sleeves of the shoe. And of course, after we finished these base layers for the shoe, we will also add some golden clay. But let's first create this gray outline and place it right there. It already looks quite interesting and amazing. Somehow these shoes reminded me of the shoes from Back to the Future. You know, these future sneakers. I think they were Nike, but not sure about that. Okay, now let's jump to fact number 3 about the drift skin from Fortnite. Pete founded a street gang when he was just 16 years old with his friends of the street. He also founded a laundrette with his friends at the same time to make some honest money, and for the money laundering, of course. The name of the laundrette was The Very Clean Cat. And since that day he was wearing clean clothes every day, and he became obsessed with hand washing every few minutes a day, especially nowadays after he killed someone in the game in Fortnite. Now you feel sorry for this guy, don't you? It's so fascinating when you hear some disadvantages someone has or some struggles. You feel really sorry for someone and you like him. I hope so, that I could make this Pete guy likable. So, let's create the hands. First I thought I should create this guy with the harvesting tool, with the axe. But then I thought it would be more appropriate to create this guy how he was introduced and how he is shown in the 3D model version inside the game, so without the harvesting tool, but maybe I could add that later. Let's place the fingers as well on the left hand, his left hand. This is the hand where he is washing all day long. And adding some golden details and also some red details. Cutting away the face reveal. Adding the zipper, and we are ready to go into the oven. Freshly baked drift skin, we call him Pete. And now I was looking forward to create the coat because it looked simple, at least in my head, but it was tricky and looks very nice in the end result. Well, at least I think so. While creating the base layer of the code, I share fact number 4 about Pete. He became well known in Brooklyn for one of his latest criminal activities with a gang. They now named the gang the Golden Cat because Pete loves cats and also loves gold. They made a bank robbery, but instead of taking all the cash, all the money, they kidnapped the cat of the boss banker and extorted $10 million. This is smart, isn't it? Because no one expects you to kidnap the cat. Because, let's face it, the money is too much protected inside the bank. This is just too crazy. Yeah, probably you're wondering, why is he talking nonsense again? I mentioned that before. It is pretty late right now, almost 2 a.m. It is somehow a struggle with the baby. We are enjoying the time as a family a lot, but it comes with a lack of sleep. This is obvious. So I created this tutorial. I started the character on Monday, and Somehow I managed to finish this one, but it was getting quite late. Yesterday when I finished this one, and also today when I finished editing. Yeah, I didn't know how to create these purple lines on the clothing. First I thought about creating them with a pen, with just color, but as I always call it, Polymer clay tutorial, I thought I should go with clay. Now, this is the last funny fact about Pete, the drift skin, and this one is the most incredible one, because you wouldn't expect it. Pete is now a proud dog owner. And probably he will also switch his mask in the future, and his gang will be called the Golden Dogs. Probably. So, now, focusing on the mask, I think this is the most difficult part of the tutorial, adding also the ears. Well, wait, maybe they are a bit too big for a cat. Maybe the mask isn't supposed to be a cat, but I don't know. Any other animal? Dude, this would be embarrassing. I talked the whole episode about cats, and now it's a different animal. Okay, let's place this one right in his face. In his face. And we are ready to put this thing into the oven. Freshly baked and finished Pete, and I bought this golden pen just for this tutorial. So, there are a lot of golden outlines on his coat, but also some bigger parts we are coloring with his pen right over the pockets, for example, the side pockets. And I also painted twice, because you see that there are still some black spots after drawing and painting just for the first time. But I didn't show this in the tutorial, because you don't have to see everything. This is my secret. Yeah, before this tutorial is over, well, have a great night, sleep well. Next week I will create Clash Royale. Yes, I already started with that one and I think you will like it. I know that some of you are saying that it is dead. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial of Drift. I have never experienced so many requests for one character, so I really hope that you enjoyed the process and that you like the end result. I guess that's it for today. Have a great weekend and see you next week. Take care. Bye! Wow!